the selecting and using of ICT tools for teaching and learning.
Okay, very good. So I will show you first. Okay. So first is that teacher was
Teach.
okay. So teacher giving a lecture while the student is listening, and then the second photo is students performing science experiment with tablets and laboratory materials. Okay, so after you see this two photo, I will ask one student. Okay, so my phone is Sab.
Yes,
Okay, so based on this photo, which classroom looks more interesting?
I think both of the pictures are interesting, but if I'm going to choose, I'd choose the photo soup because it was applied the learning by doing the 5 pillars of learning, I guess. So na-apply siya na photo and yes, it's productive siya kaya maka-experience dun ka and then learning mo kung mga dapat buhaton is my mistake. So pwede naman siya i-take mo sa
So, class, before we go to our discussion, please read our objectives. Okay, so at the end of our discussion, so we will be able to explain the Edgardel's point of experience, tapos differentiate the levels of the point of experience and identify components of the feedback framework. And last is appreciate the importance of selecting appropriate teaching strategies na providing mo in the future sa inyong school. So our topic now is all about the theories and principles in the use of design and design of technology-driven systems, full of experience and feedback. So let's proceed. So the introduction. So technology alone does not guarantee effective learning. Teachers must know what to teach, how to teach, and which technology to use. Technology-driven systems. Okay, class. But before we go down to my discussion, so I have napaibot sa inyo na kung minamagin kong pagtaraw. So, when I say Darna, you say, when I say Ding ang tato, you say Darna! So, okay, class, nag-gets ba nato?
Yes, ma'am!
So, okay, let's try. Ding ang tato!
Darna!
Okay, class, pamamila, ano? So, let's proceed.
Nakikita ang ulo.
The Kodak experience is a visual model appear because makakagiti ang mga students. So, mas makalearn ang students when they are accused about the activity. And now let's proceed to the 5 concepts of the whole. So, everybody read the number 1.
Concrete to abstract. Learning begins with direct experiences. As we move upward in the code, learning becomes more abstract. Example, learning how to cook by actually cooking is more concrete than reading a recipe.
Okay. So, ang number 1 is concrete to abstract. So, ang concrete to abstract is yung example dili is mas maayo ito maka-experience ka. Kita mismo mo ay stop, like maminaw lang ka,
Mag-video.
like magbasa lang ka sa mga instruction. So, mahirap ito ma-experience ka kung sa nakita. Kita mismo mo yung buhat. And then number 2 is vehicle eval to read number 2. Level of abstraction.
The growth of abstraction. Some lessons require direct experiences, while others can be effectively learned in lectures, videos, or reading materials.
Okay, thank you. So, lain-lain yun ang pagpag sa estudyante, yung lain-lain yun ang pagsabot. So, kung may iba, mas makalearn sila kung ma-experience nila, pero ang uban po is maka-experience sila kung ganuan, magtanaw sila ang pictures, videos, or magbasa. So, lain-lain ang pag-acquire sa student sa lessons or yung nilikuan sa teacher sa iya. Lain-lain ang pag-adapt na mas makabalo kung na-experience nila, na mas makabalo kung makita ng picture, makabasa lang sila, masabot na nila. So, lain-lain ang pag-adapt sa student. Okay? Ding, ang bako!
Darna!
Ayan, ang minaw, madaya, pinagpula na kay ilong ng araw. So, now let's proceed to number 3, learning potential. So, may I call this Picasa to read number 3.
Learning retention. When students actively participate, they tend to remember more of what they learn. Example, reading and listening.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Picasa. So, learning potential. So, learning potential. So, like, for example, yung mga mestra na mag-quiz tauma or mag-exam tauma. So, nalain-lain ko maaari ang isang estudyante para mas mawala siya iyang knowledge para magduduman nila sa lesson. So, naiban kay mag-ibasa nila, ibalik nila pagbasa. Tapos iban kay, like, maminaw lang sila, like, nailang ay classmate nga nag-discuss. Tapos, nung nakapaminaw lang siya, so nakasabot na siya. So, lain-lain o lain-lain o retention or ginagamit ang estudyante nga gawin nila i-adapt ang isa ka lesson or gawin nila i-adapt ang isa ka lesson. So, number 4. So, may I call Miss Sabuelo to read number 4, development of higher order thinking skills.
Development of higher-order thinking skills. The proper combination of concrete and abstract learning experiences develops critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving, and decision-making skills.
Okay, thank you. So, about sa number 4, which is development of higher order thinking skills, is na-combine na ang concrete and abstract. Tapos kung mag-combine na sila, mag-combine na ang dua, is ang student is mga knowledge of critical thinking. Ano siya critical thinking? Eh, kung ano na yung una-una ang sa yung kundara, so magamit na niya. Tapos yung activity, na-apos yung activity kay kung ano yung tagal sa activity sa inyong teacher. So kung sigatan sa inyo, nag-creative, nag-idol na, and then problem solving. So isa na po na saan mo pag-solve or pag-tagaan solution ka ng problema. So, ang decision making skills. So, nanay tayo na decision in life or na decision na ay nanay kong buhaton. So, provide na sa ato kauban sa group. So, number 5. Please read everyone.
Bronner's 3 modes of learning. Inactive learning. Learning by doing. Example, laboratory experiment. Iconic learning. Learning through pictures and videos. Example, watching educational videos. Symbolic learning. And symbols. Example, reading textbooks.
Class. So sa number 1 is I mean Bronner's 3 modes of learning. So i-explain na modes of learning tulo ka buok. The first is inactive learning. Ang inactive learning is learning by doing. So learning by doing, it means ginabuhat mo, nasakot mo. So that is inactive learning. And then the second is iconic learning. So iconic learning, it means through pictures, videos nga, in-provide sa teacher sa inyo is makasabot mo kay ay mo sa tayo sa so mas makasabot yapon mo. So then the last is symbolic learning. So ang symbolic learning is through words mo. Nag-discuss ang teachers, meron mo ba no? So mag-discuss pa lang ang teacher dito through words and the symbols is makasabot na ang estudyante. So, but before we end my discussion, may I call Miss Asgar. So, what is your understanding and define the Brunner's 3 modes of learning?
For me, the Brunner's 3 methods of learning in inactive learning, this is where we talk about the experience where the students mas makabalo sila kung ilang i-enact or ilang ibuhat, like experiments, ilang buhaton ang activity like by their own lang, kay maka-learn sila like what to do and what are not to do. Then in the iconic learning, this is where visual learning na, like the students would learn from watching lang, like hearing or watching sa mga pictures, and like makadungo ko sila, madunggan nila like sa mga videos, and based on their observation. And then in the symbolic learning, this is where the student learns from reading books na di ba sa ito ubang tao nga, like mas makasabot sila kung sila mismo ang mabasa sa